Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. It's been a while. Let's see what popped out. Six of Wands. Yay! All right. And Knight of Wands. So Six of Wands is leading, success, popularity, and Knight of Wands, of course, is going into things quickly based on your passions, inspiration, and very confident energy, as is the Six of Wands. Hope you guys are doing well right now. It's been strange. I'm on a religious pilgrimage right now, just about to head home. And this Mars in Taurus, that's finishing up now, and now Mars entering Cancer. I think this Mars in Cancer is good for me personally because it's got me out of this kind of relaxing and enjoying and just taking it slow and, you know, enjoying good food, enjoying good times, that very Taurian, earthy energy. And now we're into Mars in Cancer, which is going to leave a lot of us, you know, expressive, emotional, taking action in our, you know, emotional aspects of our lives. Let's see how this works out. At least I know for myself personally, it's gotten me back onto YouTube. All right, so this is the Siam Tarot. I think I showed you guys this while I was in Thailand, the Siamese Tarot. So I'm going to use this, and this is going to be for July. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. Sorry, that was just a whole bunch. I'm going to pull a full Celtic. You might not catch all of this on screen, but let's go with this. All right, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. For July 2019. Whatever comes out, comes out. There we go. All right. So you guys know that when a card pops out, that's my signal. It's the end of the shuffle. We're going to start with the situation being the Ace of Swords. I'm going to take a quick peek on the bottom. We've got Nine of Swords. Ooh, okay. Now, we've got the Page of Wands as the challenge or obstacle. Consciously, we've got the Page of Swords. Subconscious, we've got Strength. In the recent past, Five of Cups. Recent future, the Chariot. You right now, Seven of Pentacles. Around you, around you, Ten of Wands. The Tower is your hopes and fears. And the outcome. Six of Wands again. All right. But the underlying energy here, we got Nine of Swords. We're just taking a peek at it. Okay, and these are very changeable energies. We don't have to freak out about it, but you can see with the Nine of Swords, it's all mental activity with the swords. It's an air element, as is the Ace of Swords. So here is a situation for July, standing up for what you believe in. Just like this Mars in Cancer, it's going to be a time of, I feel like it's going to be a time of cleaning house emotionally with this Mars energy. And then you've got Cancer, who's got a very motherly energy, the home, protection, emotion, watery element of, you know, feeling and receptivity. So with the Ace of Swords, this sword is going to cut off everything that no longer serves in your best interest. So this is the situation for July. You are feeling like it's okay. Again, it's a sword of truth, victory, clarity, speaking your truth, standing up for yourself, and not taking any BS from anybody anymore, and really cleaning house emotionally because your mind is clear. You're seeing clearly with this Mars energy, especially because Mars energy is not just about fighting and battles, but it's just high energy. It's very high energy, as well as it being, you know, very tactical, very focused and planned. If you do think about it in the military sense, it's very organized, very factual. backed up with power. So when it comes to this Mars in Cancer energy that's going to be coming up from June 22nd and then so on until, throughout July, we've got this Ace of Swords. It feels like, Taurus, for July, you're just going to stand up for yourself, cut off what no longer serves in your best interest. What's challenging you, though, is the Page of Wands. So the pages are youthful energies. They relay messages. They receive messages. The Page of Wands can be anything from like a ticket, an invitation, a phone call, a message relayed or received, or something that is a new project that could be really inspiring or getting you excited. So could be that while you're in this, energy of the Ace of Swords, this Page of Wands is your challenge. Now, your challenge is to get that inspiration going towards, now the Wands energy is male fire energy, right? That's that Mars energy as well. That male fire energy is a challenge for this time, because it might be that, during July, you might feel like you're a little bit more volatile, like you might be popping off a little bit too much, especially with the Ace of Swords. As I said, it's very sharp. It cuts both ways. So you might be cutting off people or things that you need further on down the road. So be mindful of how you, rattle that, saber, or cut off or swish that sword around, or mince people with your words. This Page of Wands can also represent a very youthful energy. This is someone who could be a child up to like a university age, could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But generally, it's speaking to the Page of Wands energy is this kind of energy that's little, that's younger, that's, in the beginning stages, that's making you feel inspired, or sending you this opportunity, or receiving an opportunity. And here's a challenge, okay? So to be mindful of what you're cutting off, and to keep inspired, to keep that action going, but at the same time not to let your emotions get carried away. Now, consciously, you got Page of Swords on your mind. So Page of Swords is another youthful energy. Now, I don't know if we're dealing with youthful people here, but this Page of Swords in the conscious, it's the energy now of course, swords are mental activity, intellect, processing your thoughts, very changeable energy as well. Now, the Page of Swords is someone, it's a little bit of a nervous energy, but at the same time, it's collecting information and knowledge. This is doing your due diligence. This is doing your homework before you make a move, knowing what you're getting into. So in your mind, you kind of, it feels like this energy of knowing that you have to have a plan, knowing that you need to be focused. Sorry, I could hear a plane go by. Sorry. And that this is a time to focus, hunker down with that Mars and Taurus that we just passed through, when everybody's enjoying themselves and getting a little bit too indulgent, a little bit too chillax. This Page of Swords now is like in your mind, a little bit worrisome, a little bit nervous energy here, going, okay, now it's time to buckle down here and focus, make a plan, get back to work, and do what you need to do, okay? And know where you're going, and know what you need to get there. Okay, and then the subconscious, you've got the Strength card, the foundation. So the foundation, you've got strength. Of course, the Strength card comes up when there are trying times, maybe it's not going so smoothly, maybe people are testing you. Whenever there's some kind of challenge that needs you to draw on your inner strength. So that's when the Strength card comes up, and this is a major arcana card. So on the foundation, you're feeling very solid. It's like knowing you have the conviction and the strength to persevere, to make it through, to overcome. So it's giving me this energy of, and I was just recently thinking about this, when you make a decision to do something, and even if, you don't have everything, all your ducks in a row, whatever, it's this energy with the Strength card of, really, if you really are committed to something and you want to see it through, you don't really care what anybody else says. If it's something that really inspires you, that you're passionate about, that you're, really love, whether it be a person, whether it be, some plan that you have to go and, get away for a while, whether it be going somewhere, or starting some new class or project. If you really want to do it, most of the time when people really want to do things, no one's going to stop them. So the Strength card, it's really this energy of, if you're committed and you are inspired and you're passionate about something, and you can see clearly here, then nothing's going to get in your way or stop you, even if they try. Okay, so in the recent past, you got the Five of Cups. We all know Five of Cups. Okay, boo-rahing over the 3 cups that are spilled. It doesn't have to be that serious. It's just saying you need to shift your focus from the past to the present. Present, why? Because you've got 2 good cups that are still upright. That means, and it implies, that you have somebody there for you, or you have a relationship currently that gives you support. So it says to, take stock of that and to appreciate what you have and stop focusing on the past. And this can really get you stuck in the same kind of circular thinking about something, never getting anywhere, or dealing with the same type of people where it never gets resolved, the issues that you have, and then just keeping on staying in that, toxic cycle. So this three cups here on one side and then 2 cups on the other one. 3 cups can represent social scene, your girl squad, your someone you dated from the past, your hometown friends, family, dating scene, whatever. It's a very social, celebratory card when you get 3 of Cups. And with the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, they always keep it separate, the 2 or the 1, and then the 3 on the other side. So here it's saying shift your focus from whatever it is that's trying to keep you engaged, okay? Because you already have somebody who's there for you, whoever that may be, whether that be your friend, husband, boyfriend, child, sibling, whoever it is. Now in the recent future, you've got Chariot. Chariot is a card of confidence. It's a Kingmaker card, moving forward, going into battle, and this is very Mars energy as well, with victory being assured, right? It also is an indicator of travel, adventure, confidence, winning, victory. Fantastic energy. So you might be, for some of you, going to travel a little bit in the future. Okay, I see that with the Chariot. Or it could be that whatever's been challenging you, there's another airplane, sorry. Whatever's been challenging you, that you're going to come out victorious. Now, in the you right now, 7 of Pentacles, okay? You right now, 7 of Pentacles means waiting for the harvest. Meaning you've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into something and hard work. And so now you're waiting. It's almost time to pick that fruit, because you've been taking care of your garden. You're taking care to make sure that there's a good harvest. And so it's saying also there might be a little bit of a difference in what is going to come out of this. Maybe it's a different result. Maybe it's not quite what you're expecting. But regardless, you're going to be really happy, because, these kind of successes where it's hard won with hard work, it's always satisfying. So this 7 of Pentacles is a card of waiting for these pentacles. You see, they always depict the 7 of Pentacles with like a farmer or somebody trying to pick fruit, or waiting by, some kind of a bush with pentacles on it, waiting to harvest, okay? And it's going to be an abundant return. Just a little bit different possibly than what you're expecting. So around you, you've got 10 of Wands, this energy of 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is another card. It really gives me this energy of, just like with the 7 of Pentacles, it's not an immediate gratification here, not an immediate result. This 10 of Wands around you is the energy of one more push. You see the castle, you see the home right here, right in the distance. This man is carrying 10 wands. It's a heavy load. It's like heavy as the head, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of success. But it ain't easy, okay? The stress and the burden of all of your responsibilities might be, weighing heavily during this time for July. But it's one more push where you're going to make it to your castle, and then you can drop your burdens, and reap the rewards and kick back and relax. In your hopes and fears, you've got the Tower card, okay? You may be hoping for some dramatic change. The Tower is a fate card where you want fate to intervene. Like the Tower card reminds me of Goddess Kali, where she destroys something. It's out of nowhere, and at the time you may feel like, oh my goodness, what happened? But later on you see that the glass ceiling is gone and you have this newfound sense of freedom. This Tower card, for some of you, might be this is what you're hoping for. Some kind of divine intervention that's going to break down things as you know it and give you a new sense of freedom. Some big change, okay? That's what I'm seeing, especially with the Chariot. It's like you're actively trying to create this change. So in your hopes and fears, it could be that you're either waiting for something like this, or you're afraid. Could be you're even afraid that of this change, of something coming out, maybe some kind of possible, conflict, or almost like this feeling of you're waiting for something to pop off that's going to, stir up your world and shake up your world here. You feel uneasy almost, okay? This kind of stress. So it might be this in the hopes and fears here. You're worried that there's something you're not seeing right now that's going to explode later in your face and scare the, stability out of you. Basically, it could be you're hoping for this change for some of you, and for others it could be something that could be perceived negatively, where you're like, maybe feeling like there's some impending, danger. Now, in the outcome though, you've got Six of Wands. Just like the Chariot, these two cards are very similar in the way that, the Chariot, you see that person going with the, reins of the two sphinxes going forward, and it's a major arcana card, okay, in the future, saying this going into battle with victory being sure. Now here with the outcome, Six of Wands, this person's riding back home to success, okay? Okay, there's a lot of airplanes going by here. I'm near one of the airports, all right? Sorry. So Six of Wands is a card of popularity. You saw we got this already in the drop earlier. So leading, how are you being called to lead? Maybe you are doing something where other people are watching you and they are inspired by what you're doing, whether it be, how you're communicating with others, how you're representing yourself now, this newfound kind of clarity and ability to stand up for yourself and make these bold moves and travel, and or planning backed with passion, backed with hard work, and it reaping benefits and rewards and results. And so in the outcome, it's a card of, again, not a lot of people are happy for you. They're cheering for you. Some of them wish they were you. At the same time with the Six of Wands, some of them are waiting for you to fall on your face because, they're a little bit envious. So that's the card of Six of Wands. It could mean a promotion at your work. It could mean, again, another card of coming back to some new victory, some kind of success, acclaim, notoriety, again, popularity, being well received, winning an award, being some kind of a champion of something, and having followers and people wanting to follow you, wanting to be your friend, wanting to be like you. Okay, now underlying all of this energy, we've got the Nine of Swords. Don't worry, because it's a Nine of Swords. We're not going to fret too much about it, because after 9 comes 10. 9 and 1. 9 and 1. 10. 10 means it's over. Now, when I see the Ten of Swords usually it's a brutal card, because it's something that's been painful coming to an end. It's not a nice way to end things with the Ten of Swords. Now, with the Nine of Swords is right before the 10, right? Where you're feeling the stress. It's heightened. 8 of Swords would be like anxiety, fear, restriction, stress, feeling blocked, feeling like you've been completely, limited, and your options are next to nothing, and you're so fearful of the future and all that kind of energy. And then Nine of Swords ups the ante. This is the card of nightmares, okay? Bad sleep, toxicity. 10 of Swords is this like ending finally to this brutal, toxic, bad, it could indicate betrayals, backstabbing, painful ending. Okay, but the good news is with the 9 and the 1, 9 and the Ace, it's over. Okay, in July, we're going to say bye-bye to this toxic energy. Looks like July is a time of putting in work with the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles, really putting in that work. making plans. I find like Taurians, sometimes you guys are not so focused on planning, possibly. You know, of course, you know, it is, Taurians are known for, you know, step by step, like this Knight of Pentacles energy or whatever, just knowing what you're going into, knowing what you value, and, you know, adding those kind of things of value to your life. At the same time, I don't find that Taurians are very egotistical, and they're very humble, just because of this earth energy. And because of this, I feel like Taurians sometimes are very more givers in the way of, you know, nurturers. So you're needing sometimes to get some of this air energy to be a little bit more selfish, to be a little bit more focused, to make a little bit more plans and be selfish in your planning. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here for July. Being a little bit more focused, making those plans, a little bit nervous about it because it looks like bold moves coming up. So let's pull some oracle cards, okay? First one I'm gonna pull, this is Miracles Now by Gabrielle Bernstein. So let's pull a card, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. Can we please get a card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019, please? Woo! All right. That flung out there. Yeah. Obsessing over the outcome of a relationship gets in the way. Instead, I let go and allow. So for some of you, it might be a relationship, okay, that is stressing the you-know-what out of you, okay, with the Nine of Swords. This is the energy, I feel like, as well, of this obsessive worrying about the outcome, okay? So it's saying let go and allow instead, okay? Not trying to control the outcome, not trying to, you know, control people, and even if it's not you who's doing the controlling, not trying to, you know, be fixated on the outcome of what's going to happen, even if you're the one who's been above board and so on, and you waiting for some kind of reciprocity here or some kind of, you know, goodwill back. If this doesn't happen, saying let go and allow, and just do you. I allow others to support me, I support them too. Okay, so if this is a case of maybe being more open, more receptive emotionally as well, with this Mars in Cancer, being more receptive, being more in control of, you know, not control, taking action into, you know, taking care of your home, taking care of your taking care of your family, making sure everything at home is right. So that's the kind of energy I'm seeing here. Let me just put these two over here. I know I'm going to run out of space. So let's see what I can pull next. I am just going to pull a Wild Kuan Yin Pocketbook Edition card by Alana Fairchild. So can we please get a card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for for July 2019. This is for Taurus, please. Can we please get a card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019? Okay, I'm going to stop here. Here we go, the Snow Shepherdess. It says, keeping it simple. Your mind may convince you that manifesting your destiny is more difficult or complex than it needs to be. Yet, the guidance of the Divine Mother is to keep things simple. Do what you can do. Let go of everything else. Just like this, right? It says, I let go and allow, whether it be people or other circumstances in your life. I see you cleaning house here, okay? And getting things in order. And so it feels like with this Page of Swords energy in the conscious, I told you it's a nervous energy, needing like this kind of like, what do I need to do? Okay, I'm gonna need this, and I'm gonna have to do this, and you know, it's kind of planning, being focused, forcing yourself to get focused, but again, a young, youthful energy of the swords. And having to, you know, collect all that information before you make a decision. So it's saying do what you can do and stop overthinking things, because it's such an epic waste of time, and it leads you to this Nine of Swords energy, right? Just to be very Ace of Swords with it, that clarity that Ace of Swords offers is very welcome here, because you need that to, I'm going to put it sideways here, okay? You need that to be able to know what you need to worry about and what is just absolutely useless, you know, freaking out or overthinking about. Now, I don't know what to do here. Okay, let's see. I'm going to leave this Eight of Swords here. I'm going to leave this here. I'm running out of space. I'm going to have to just put cards on top of cards. I don't want to not give you all the cards. All right. So let's go to your romance, love and romance, okay? This is the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Let's get a card here for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. So for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. There we go. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay, so I'm going to just put this on top. Right here. And on the bottom, we'll just take a peek. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. These two go very well together. I'm going to put them together. You know that's how I do. All right. So, what does this tell us? You already know the person, but you're overlooking them. The person that could be the one doesn't mean they have to be the one. It's just saying they'd be a good match for you. Okay, they could be the one if you were open-minded enough to consider them. It's somebody you already know. Okay, you already have them in your life, and possibly this could be a case of they feel this way about you, I feel like, and you just never entertained the notion because they are different from your usual type and expectations. So keep that in mind. Let's back it up with another love oracle card. This is Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. Can we please get a card, and I'll peek on the bottom as well, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019, please. It's for Taurus and love and romance. For July 2019, please. What is going on in love and romance for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019, please? There we go. Oh, we got two. Okay. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. One. And act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are there with you. Act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So I feel like both of these cards, even with this, it gives me this. Let's see, peek on the bottom. Choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. So we'll put all three out there. It's giving this feeling of there's somebody you already know in your life. You didn't consider them before because they weren't your usual type. Now here it's saying they could be the one. So show your interest or, consideration. through actions. Let them know now that you're picking up on this and that you see that they are potential for, you know, your mate, your partner, and act as if they're already here. Meaning, don't go buck wild and do something crazy, you know, that would sabotage this, you know, potential relationship. Act as if they're already there. It says, whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. And choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. Okay? So this looks like a very... I'm torn about this. I don't know how to, you know, push this on you guys, because I'm someone who's like all or nothing. Like either it's amazing and you're totally into it, or it's nothing. It's ashes. Okay, so this is this different energy here. This is a great person. They really care about you. You just need to be more open-minded. You know, show it through your actions, and, you know, give some consideration to their feelings, even though you might not even be in a relationship right now with them. And choose love, okay? And meaning also, this could be choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. In case you are someone who needs a little bit more of a exciting romance that could, you know, have not been so good for you in the past. So this is saying kind of this gives an energy of you have a choice to change the narrative here in your love life if you want to. You know what I mean? Instead of like finding dangerous people who are exciting, this is saying here, this is a really great person who is going to be really great for you and cares about you deeply, and to consider it just because they don't look like your type. It's just saying, you know, it could be a fantastic option. And then here's this like wonderful, you know, encouragement here going, this is good for you. Choose love, instead of, you know, something that might be a little bit more exciting or dangerous. All right, so we're going to leave that there. I'm going to pull a crystal card for you guys. This is going to give us a crystal for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to work with for July 2019. This is for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, can we please? Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, 3 cards fell out. I'm just going to take a peek. We've got clear quartz, purification, and we know that quartz also amplifies all other crystals. Moonstone, cycles. So this is to speak to your feminine cycles, whether that be, you know, that monthly thing, or it could be your menopause, some kind of, you know, rite of passage here. There's these cycles, okay, especially with the moon energy as well. You know, we've got this, what is it? Sorry, I don't know when the full moon is or the new moon. I haven't checked. I'm still half, you know, 1 foot in tarot land, 1 foot in my pilgrimage. I'm sorry. And then malachite, healing. This is one of my favorite crystals right now. So this is for heart healing, clear quartz for purification, moonstone for cycles. Now, too many crystals, lapis for past life experiences. I'm going to ask for 1 crystal, okay? This is 1 crystal for Taurus to work with for July 2019. Just 1, please. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Sorry. I jiggled the camera. This is what we're working with, okay, until I get back. And I'll be back shortly. Not quickly, but shortly. And then I'll have my setup again, and I'll have my car back, and I'll have my place back, and I'll have my crystals back, and my setup back, and I'm going to be so happy. All right, again, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. Okay, please get a crystal for Taurus to work with for July 2019. Okay, I'm going to have to stop it there. Emerald, this is your stone, Taurus. Compassion. This is your crystal, right? For all Taurians. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. I'm just going to have to overlap, sorry. And on the bottom, we've got, ooh, aquamarine, communication. That's the Ace of Swords energy on the bottom. Remember the first card, the situation was Ace of Swords. Let me dig it out for you. And there it is, right? So these two. Emerald, compassion, heart healing. I'll read about it. Aquamarine, just because this stands out and it's been coming up so much, and I know there's Gemini influence right now as well. I have to go back into that, but this is about communicating. Your throat chakra is related to this, as well as another chakra. Let me just double check really quickly here. Aquamarine, heart and throat. Okay, so these are both heart. This is heart and throat. This aquamarine is about communication for July is very important. How you express yourself. It asks questions like, when you're speaking, do you listen to the other person? Are you a good listener? Or are you just waiting for, them to be finished so you can talk over their voice, or say something that you want to say where you don't really listen or absorb what the other person's saying? Also, it could be about how you communicate with stones like aquamarine or oh my goodness, what is this stone called? I have absolute amnesia right now. Okay, anyways, with stones like aquamarine, saying being able to get what's in your heart off your chest, right? To express yourself, to release those emotions, and to do it in a way that's so effective that the other person will be receptive and hear you, that you will create real meaningful change. And at the same time, not shy away from difficult topics and not back down, where you feel like you really expressed yourself and stood up for yourself and you're standing in your own power, and at the same time the other person is receptive to what you're saying, and it creates real change in your relationship. So aquamarine is saying try to work on effective communication. Emerald, let's talk about emerald. So this is just straight up about the heart chakra, and Taurus, that's your crystal, okay? So let me read it to you. It says, promotes divine love and compassion, assists in staying connected to the wisdom of the heart, deeply activates the heart chakra, and assists in creating intimacy, assists in letting go of old connections and superficial relationships. So it says, opening up to compassion is the only way for you to truly love yourself and heal the current situation at hand. You are being encouraged to let go of any judgments and expectations you may have about yourself and others. It's time to forgive yourself and let go of any self-criticisms as you allow compassion to heal your heart. You are encouraged to be gentle at this time. The Devas of Emerald invite you to open and let them shine the healing light of compassion deeply into your heart. Place this card on your heart chakra and breathe this healing energy deeply into your being to bring a deep sense of compassion. Saying you've attracted this card today because your current situation is calling for a deeper level of compassion. Although this is your natural state of being, at times, due to life experience, your heart can close off to this compassionate love. You are being called to drop deeply into your heart as you awaken the pure essence of who you truly are. If you have been feeling a lack of love for yourself, those around you, and the situations in your life, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to expand your heart as you are being guided and supported to awaken the compassion that lies within. All right. So heart healing, big time, okay? With emerald and aquamarine. And aquamarine also helping you heal your heart. How? Through your throat chakra as well as the heart chakra. Again, both crystals are related to the heart chakra, but the aquamarine is also with the throat chakra, helping you communicate how you feel so that you can let it out and express yourself. All right. Next, let's pull one Divine Feminine Oracle card. Let's get some. This is by Megan Watterson. Let's get some goddess guidance here, okay? So this is full of goddesses, ascended masters, enlightened beings, dakinis from all over the world. Can we please get some spiritual guidance here? Some beautiful, ascended master, goddess, or dakini here. Somebody to please assist Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019 to give some blessings and guidance here for Taurus for 2019, July 2019. for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please, can we please get some guidance and assistance and blessings for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. Okay, I'm going to stop. See which goddess is going to come out for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. Please, some guidance here. All right. Well, okay, stop there. I peek on the bottom as well. So yes, we got Sekhmet. She's so serious. Look at this. The Sekhmet, the red lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Oh, hells yeah. You got Ace of Swords. You are going to give voice to it. So, do you see strength, right? She's pure strength. I am pure strength. Here you are. Strength. That's your foundation, right? This is you. This is what's at the foundation. Your subconscious, the hidden feelings, everything, your kind of moon energy. Okay, this is what's going on beneath the surface. Pure strength. And when I see Sekhmet, it's like she's saying she's going to set everything right. And it's not this kind of anger that, you know, people will try to paint as, oh, you're crazy, man, you're out of control. No, it's this anger, this righteous anger, coming from truth of inequalities that you've seen, things that haven't been fair, long suffering that's been endured. And it's come to this pure anger point where it's being expressed in a powerful, effective way. Let's check on the bottom. Ooh, Khadijah, the mother of believers. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. Very independent. She reminds me of Goddess Lakshmi. She's a businesswoman. She was Muslim, I believe. And she took care of not just herself, but, you know, her family, her in-laws. She was someone who believed that, you know, a woman could be spiritual as well as a successful businesswoman. And she was very strong and independent as well. But I'm going to read, look at this red energy. This is, okay, I'll just leave both, okay? I'll read both. It's that fiery energy. You see the fire energy here with strength. You've got it here with Goddess Sekhmet, right? Especially with the lionesses and the lioness and the lion. And then you have Goddess Khadijah here with more red energy here. Independence, right? And strength. Let me read Goddess Sekhmet first. It's not in alphabetical order. I have to look for her. 174. When your soul selects her card, holy rage, sacred anger, and positive aggression. These states of being are crucial aspects of the divine feminine. It's the female power that ends wars, that brings home missing children, that seeks justice for the earth and for those who can't defend themselves. The brilliant artist and mystic William Blake relates that the voice of honest indignation is the voice of God. The feminine has for too long been disassociated from rage and anger. If we can't embody the fiery emotion of anger, it often festers or expresses itself in subversive, manipulative ways, or it leaves us anxious and frustrated. Now, this can happen too, okay, with Mars and Cancer. If you don't have the proper outlet for your anger, it can lead to feeling manipulative, passive aggressive, and those type of tendencies. So let's continue here. Positive aggression is talking about acting with love on behalf of what breaks our heart or enrages us, is what allows us to become agents of change to better our lives and the world around us. Sekhmet wants us to come face to face with our true strength. Power doesn't come from passive aggressive behaviors. We don't have to fear expressing our anger directly to an institution or a person who is acting unjustly. Sekhmet wants us to see that anger, is an essential emotion. There's kids playing outside their building, okay? I'm sorry. And Sekhmet is the sacred call to move that anger from pure emotion into conscious action. She wants us to act with conviction and from love. She wants us to create the healthy boundaries we need so we aren't injured again and again, or so that we can free ourselves from a destructive pattern it's time to end. We have a divine right to draw a sacred circle around us at all times. The protection we invoke for ourselves and others helps move us from feeling helpless to taking loving action. Soul voice meditation. Where can I create loving boundaries in my life? Intention. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Now it was saying again, stopping with the cycles, the toxic cycles. We talked about this with the, what is this, 5 of Cups, right? So let's go to now Khadijah. Where's Khadijah? 56. When your soul selects her card, there's an ancient narrative and a destructive misunderstanding that if we aren't going to be spiritual, then we have to renounce the material world. So if we are going to be spiritual, then we have to renounce the material world. The body, however, is the soul's chance to be here. So a healthy relationship to the material world is crucial and integral to reaching our spiritual potential. Khadijah represents the power and importance of knowing we can provide for ourselves. This power gives us roots and confidence and allows us to create relationships from a place of interdependence rather than codependence. We can cultivate the capacity we have to create more and more freedom for ourselves. And we can make choices for our life based on truth, not just on survival. There's also a false idea about when true love will find us and how. Khadijah liberates us from fairy tales that we need to be saved or supported or provided for by our life partner. Khadijah provided for the Prophet, and her older age and significant status in the community made her more attractive, not less. So for some of you, this might be that you are older, and there might be some drama here about that where they've been making you feel like the options are done. Here it's saying you're such a go-getter, you're so independent, you're so successful, you're so capable that this just makes you more attractive. Okay, so just like Khadijah here, it says, forget the fairy tales. Her older age and significant status in the community made her more attractive, not less. She was a middle-aged businesswoman and single mom. She was ripe with resources and ripened with opportunities to love. Living into our true power and purpose does not make us less eligible. Khadijah reminds us that there is no linear timetable that eliminates us from having the sun descend in our courtyard. She lets us remember that we are worthy of the abundance measured in gold and the abundance measured in the depth of our love. Soul voice meditation. Do I feel worthy of abundance? Intention. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. So here with the soul voice meditation with Khadijah is saying, ask yourself, do you feel worthy of abundance? Or is there some part of you that wants to sabotage or feel like you're not worthy and makes you feel uncomfortable here? So the intention should be that you feel spiritually and financially abundant and that you provide heaven and earth for yourself. I think I'll end it with the last card here. This is the Firefox Kitsune. I forgot, guys. I know some of you corrected me. My bad. I will check. I will check later. Firefox Oracle cards. Last card here, please. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019, please. Can we get one card of guidance? Thank you, Goddess Sekhmet. Thank you, Goddess Khadijah. And I have to put them up here because they are so amazing. All right. I always have... Sekhmet just gives me so much energy. And as women, isn't there something you can just get down with that holy rage? Such a beautiful way to put it. It reminds me of this meme. There was this old lady, with glasses looking like a librarian, and she was looking through this huge journal, and it was as big as a suitcase, this book, and this thick. Like, I can't even show you how thick it was. And she was on with tiny writing looking here, squinting, and it said, in the meme it goes, Why She's Mad, Volume 1. And then there was like 50 more volumes following that one. But she's looking right here. Why she's mad? So I'm just saying, that's why I like Sekhmet, because I get that too. That holy rage. You know, you try your best. I'm on religious pilgrimage and it's still tough, especially with this, you know, Mars energy going into Cancer and stuff. Ugh. Hopefully it lightens up. All right. Or if it was the Mars energy in Taurus, I don't know. Okay, so this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for July 2019. I'm gonna pick this one. Okay, I'm not. I'm gonna pick another one. Okay, so this is it. Okay. We have, ooh, Shadow Dancer. What is that? Let's put that down here. And on the bottom, the creation of light. Light and shadow. Interesting. Okay, let's read it. 42. Shadow Dancer. That's this one. The Shadow Dancer moves through the forest, finding those who have a strong belief in who they are, how they can change, and who they can become, revealing to them the hidden self they have shunned and avoided. When the Shadow Dancer comes, you will slowly come to illuminate the unknown within, and in this way, the lost and unloved parts of yourself will be able to come home to you, and in time, become a part of you that will offer you so much richness and creativity. This mysterious being brings to you the blessing that so many of us refuse in this lifetime, the opportunity to work with their shadow. So many flee from her wisdom, but those who stay may find blessings, more than if they had practiced avoidance. To dance with the shadow, to know the shadow, is a great challenge. It is not as simple as acknowledging our less than pleasant qualities. It is to acknowledge that within us there is much that we are unaware of, and that in order to come to know the shadow self, we must become humble and feel our way into our own deeper self. In this way, our own tendencies become illuminated over time, and with patient, steady work. This work takes deep self-love, compassion, and often self-care. It can be troubling and can raise shame, guilt, and fear as we begin to know what we have previously been unable to see. This is a process of seeing the unknown that lies within our own souls. This is not a process of self-condemnation, but one of self-discovery and deep self-love. When this card comes to you, prepare to dance with the shadow, to discover the hidden self within, who is so very different from the self you have created over time. This shadow self will be a great teacher and will come to you in moments that can shake our foundations. But when we dance with the shadow, we can become closer to whole than we once were. But in order to do so, we must be prepared to explore the strangest, wildest, most avoided aspects of ourselves. In this way, though, we become travelers of the soul, stronger, authentic, with a wisdom that is born out of knowing thyself. When your work with the shadow dancer is undertaken, for it is never truly finished, you will be more whole with a truer sense of who you are here to be. This really feels to me like this. I've said this often to some people around me, where I don't try to make a teddy bear out of a demon. Don't try to, always make everything positive. I know I'm positive on my channel, but I think you guys have seen me be grumpy at times. And if you see me in real life, I'm very straightforward and I have no filter. But I feel like it's just giving us this reminder that don't avoid the negative. Don't avoid things that are not fair, things that piss you off, things that have been toxic in your life. Deal with it. Face it. It's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. It's something that you might want to avoid. That's not going to help. Saying see it for what it is. Don't avoid it. Deal with it. Just like with Goddess Sekhmet with the holy rage. You see that fire energy. It's emotional. It's powerful and it's angry, right? With that Ace of Swords, that's not a mild card to get. It is communicating and standing up for yourself, but it's a sword and it's swinging, and that's with your communication. And it's saying compassion with the crystals and with aquamarine. communicating effectively with heart healing, throat chakra healing, heart and throat chakra work. So here it's saying not to avoid things. Now, if there is issues that have made you feel like you're not worthy of success or abundance, just like with Khadijah, you saw, right? What was the reminder there? Do you feel like, there's a part of you that's not worthy of abundance? This shadow self is saying, go there, make a home there. All those ugly feelings. Pitch a tent there, stay there. Feel it, deal with it. Be honest with yourself. It'll come back so much stronger, and you'll feel so much more empowered when you deal with all these things. And I feel like you already have the intention to with this Page of Swords in the conscious, okay? You might be feeling a little bit nervous about it. You have to make plans. You have to focus and really deal with these things now. And I feel like that's what you're going to do. And it might bring out, Goddess Sekhmet. So just be mindful of that, not to go overkill it. But look at this powerful energy of independence and strength. And again, with Goddess Sekhmet and with the Shadow Dancer, giving voice to your anger, dealing with your shadow side, the things that aren't fuzzy and nice and pink. Do you know what I mean? All right, so now we've got the other flip side. We've got creation of light. 19. All right, to be a light worker is to be the person through whom the lightness of being, an elevated, tender, kind, and loving perspective can come through to the world. In part because of us, all work and energy that carries a significant measure of grace is calming, gentling, and soothing to so much of the world's suffering and harshness. And within the realms of the Kitsune, or Kitsune, I'm sorry, I don't remember, are beings who tend the flowers that offer us light. For not only does this lotus open to offer perfume and beauty and fertility, but its very presence offers light, a ray of light that can change the energy field with which it interacts. So, when this card comes to you, you are currently being offered the grace of pure light, the ray of unconditional self-love, the vibration of compassion for the self and of self-awareness without harsh self-judgments. You are available for your own soul, and you are tending the garden of the inner self. Now, this is the second time we've heard to be gentle with yourself, right? You are available for your own soul, and you are tending the garden of the inner self. And within that garden, the lotus of peace and of the sacred is blooming. And as its petals open, you are showered with inner light. Enjoy the surrender to the beauty of your own self-love, and know that you are in turn bringing this light to others as it radiates out into the world from the deep and holy garden which flowers within. You will now care for yourself. You will create beauty, and you will bring grace to the world around you. Isn't that what we were talking about with this Mars and Cancer, right? With Cancer energy representing, emotions, love, home, that mother figure energy, all of that. So I've been snooping around on other Vedic astrology channels and tarot channels and general astrology channels, and all speaking to this Mars and Cancer. You might be feeling like, renovating your home, decorating, taking stock of everything, and cleaning house, basically. Okay, not just, I don't mean physically just cleaning the house. I mean where you now see value in the home, and your focus, even if you did before, this focus is going to be on family and home and making that right for July. So this looks like it's more of that energy of creating that, taking care of yourself, taking care of your loved ones, taking care of home, and making it into a beautiful, wonderful sanctuary for yourself, where you can feel stable and solid and work on your finances, work on your future. All right, Taurus, that was your reading for July 2019. I did you guys first, and I'm going to step out quickly right now, and then I'm going to start with your daily reads as well, okay? I'm feeling that I should be doing everybody else's signs, so I'm going to try to do that as well. I may have the other 11 zodiac signs done for the monthlies, or I may do your daily next. I don't know yet. All right, so love you all. Take care. Thank you so much. I didn't go live yet. I just got some time, and so I flipped on the phone and I started taping. So I will talk to you guys very soon, and I would like to go live. I will do that very shortly. And it's going to be quite interesting because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. All right. Bye for now. Love you all. Take care.